KCRA3 investigates and adult immigrants being adopted by American families with the promise of gaining U.S. citizenship.
KCRA3 Investigates has learned hundreds of people may be shelling out $5,000 to $10,000 each for the chance to be adopted by American families. And behind it all is a Sacramento nonprofit company.
Tonight, KCRA3 Investigates' Brian Heap shows us why this got our attention and the attention of federal investigators. Brian.
Golston, it's a concept that's been spreading through word of mouth and at churches within Northern California's Latino and Hispanic communities. And while it is legal to adopt an adult, our investigation found it has no bearing on your immigration status.
They would tell my parents, hey, this is something you can do for your kids. They'll have a better future.
There is one option. You can be legal here.
Their stories all sound similar.
They were giving us an opportunity.
The stories of immigrants searching for legal U.S. citizenship.
He go to church and he told me about this program, you know, to be adopted.
They thought they found a path with the help of this man.
Welcome back to our Americans Helping America Chamber of Commerce.
Dr. Hellerman Hansen and the Americans Helping America Chamber of Commerce, based in Sacramento.
And watch me and listen very carefully.
According to videos on its website, the nonprofit offers programs to help immigrants become citizens and start businesses. And a centerpiece of the program is adult adoption.
We have promoted that adult adoption is a family foundation. Under the family foundation, we develop the person to become successful. History, education, and become a small business entrepreneur.
But according to immigration attorney Joseph Lacombe,
It's a total scam.
Lacombe says AHA promises adult adoption grants U.S. citizenship. It doesn't. And he's filed a civil lawsuit accusing the business of fraud.
If it was that easy, I would have adopted Mexico by now.
Lacombe represents dozens of immigrants who say they paid AHA $5,000 to $10,000 to be adopted, like this man.
As soon as you get adopted, then you become a citizen right away, in a year or not less.
He asked us not to show his face because he's undocumented. He says he was skeptical until a judge approved his adoption in court.
If you see the judge signing your papers, what do you think?
Adult adoption is a legal process. It's often used for estate planning, formalizing parent-child relationships, and to care for a disabled adult. But Lacombe says it has no bearing on immigration status.
They put all this money up and doesn't help them at all.
And there's this man who asked us to shield his identity. He's adopted 6 people from his church and has other adoptions pending.
We've been praying for papers for our people for many years. And when I saw this is a miracle.
Now he's worried he may have done more harm than good. Immigration attorney Ann Block says adoption can change the citizenship status of children 16 and younger. But for adults, it's much more complicated. And she says it may actually hurt their chances of ever gaining legal status.
These people could be applying for Social Security numbers or putting themselves out as U.S. citizens, saying that they're claiming to be a U.S. citizen, and actually that's a ground of deportability.
I'm a victim because if I don't believe it, I will adopt nobody. I will not put into trouble nobody that is my brother in the Lord.
In all, KCRA3 Investigates spoke with a half-dozen people from Northern California who say they paid AHA. Some were adopted, others didn't get that far. None of them are U.S. citizens today. But Hansen defends his program and says it's about more than citizenship.
We're the only agents in the United States of America that are doing something like this because everybody wants to make money. We want to change lives.
Hansen says they're also trying to save immigrants money.
We have people to government departments to certain things with the IRS for tax IDs or Social Securities or any of those things that are people looking for to help them, which they don't have access to those things.
Hansen says adoption is crucial to helping immigrants integrate and build the family foundation to be successful. How many people have become U.S. citizens through adult adoption?
Thousands, as far as I can see.
But again, not according to the immigration attorneys we spoke with. Is this a scam? Are you a con artist? I'm just going to ask you.
Tell me, why is that attorney never come to sit with me here? That's the reason I keep telling you. 4 years in a row, not even an attorney sit in front of me and ask me like you do. But always something says somebody. Attorney said this, attorney, but never face me.
And Hansen insists adult adoption is a legitimate path to citizenship. You have helped people become United States citizens because they were adopted as adults. That's what you're telling me, correct?
Thank you. I will stand by it, and I stood by it.
They are United States citizens.
They're United States citizens.
While Hansen stands by his method, it's now caught the attention of federal investigators. KCRA3 Investigates was at Hansen's office last night as a dozen FBI and immigration agents served a search warrant. We saw them load a van with about 15 computers and boxes of other items. After they left, we spoke to Hansen again. Were you surprised when they came here today?
Man, I was not even surprised. I was happy. I was happy coming. Thank you for coming, because we need to clear our building. We need to clear how we stand here.
Hansen blames the federal investigation on a former employee who he says inappropriately handled adoptions for Mexican immigrants. No criminal charges have been filed against Hansen or his company. He says he's confident the business will be cleared.
When they come in, we sit down, explain everything. They ask things. Beautiful. We're happy now. I'm going to go home and sleep well. Tomorrow we're going to finish up what we're doing and have a Merry Christmas.
But Christmas won't be as merry for this immigrant who says he paid Hansen thousands of dollars and has nothing to show for it.
Because sometimes my kids asking to buy an expensive toy, and I say no because I don't have money. And I feel bad because I spend my money to these guys for nothing.
By law, all adoption records are sealed, so there's no way to find out how many adoptions Americans Helping America has done. However, the family court in Sacramento County did confirm it's seen a noticeable increase in the number of adult adoption cases in recent years.
So what's next for, all these families who paid all that money, what's next for them?
Well, there is a class action lawsuit, as we talked about in the story, and the attorney that's handling that suit tells me the families probably will never get any of their money back, but he thinks if he can make a case that they were victims of certain crimes, the families could be eligible for U visas, which would allow them to stay here in the country legally. But we'll see on that.
It's just the beginning, I can tell. Fed's involved now, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, Brian, thanks.